going to make a very short statement, and then Paul Tweed will make a statement, and our client, Mr. Gerry Adams, will make a statement. So it's a statement on behalf of Johnson Solicitors and record for Mr. Adams. The content of the subject BBC Spotlight programme and the subsequent online article published by the BBC contain totally untrue and defamatory claims regarding Mr. Adams. The outcome today has provided a full vindication for our client, Mr. Adams. I'd like to take this opportunity to thank the court and the members of the jury for their careful considerations. Paul.
Okay, thank you, Karen. Our client is very pleased with this resounding verdict and award of damages, which speaks for itself. The jury, 12 people from different walks of life, having listened to extensive evidence during the course of the past 4 weeks, has come to the unequivocal conclusion that the subject allegation was highly defamatory. It therefore follows that the BBC Spotlight team at the time should not have included it in their broadcast. Not only had the false allegation regarding our client been the focus of the Spotlight documentary, but it had been utilised to sensationalise and publicise their programme. Furthermore, the fact that the false allegation has been left online for almost 9 years has, in my opinion, done much to undermine the high standards of accuracy that is expected of the BBC. This case could and should have been resolved some considerable time ago, thereby avoiding these very significant financial consequences. And it begs a question as to whether there's been any political or other outside pressure on the BBC to take the stand they had taken. Our client is relieved and satisfied that these legal proceedings have concluded overwhelmingly in his favour after arduous years of litigation. Thank you.
Paul. Good, Paul. A couple of people Garrett Lara a gomsa ar dus. Caihime ma buhas a horse de ma van Kelia clad agus ma chola mar bhí siad ag seasamh lomsa ar ma héal agus na trials seo bhí siad ag seasamh lom agus ma buhas fásta de Richard de Chris agus go háirithe de Seamus Collins, de Paul Tweed, to our senior counsel, Tom Hogan, Declan Doyle, the junior counsel, John Kerr and Brian Carroll, and the great team from Johnson's, Carl Rooney, Dara Carney, Hugh O'Hare and Sarah Watson, and Ferhanya as far and Aaron. So, I'm very mindful of the Donaldson family in the course of this long trial, and indeed of the victims' families who have had to watch all of this. And I want to say that the Justice Minister, Jim O'Callaghan, should meet the family of Denis Donaldson as quickly as possible, and that there's an onus on both governments and everyone else, and I include myself in this, to try and deal with these legacy issues as best that we can. So I want to thank the court. Tá mé faoir wake an courage ar an bratham agus tá mé mar a dúirt Paul, tá mé hand sásta leis an verdict. From my perspective, taking this case was about putting manners on the British Broadcasting Corporation. I know many, many journalists. I like to think that I get on well with the most of them. And I wish you well, and I would uphold your right to do your job. But the British Broadcasting Corporation upholds the ethos of the British state in Ireland. And in my view, it's out of sync in many, many fronts with the Good Friday Agreement. It hasn't caught on to where we are on this island as part of the process, the continuing process of building peace and justice and harmony and hopefully in the time ahead unity. So I don't want to be leaving anyone out. Van Bommetje. And Dúirt Paul Giddy Beag Fui, political interference. I'm very mindful that this case could have been settled. The licence payers are going to pay for this. The BBC aren't using their own money. Spotlight aren't using their own money. It's the licence payers, and as Paul Tweed has said, this could have been sorted out a long time ago. But I'm mindful of an unrelated case, again, which I won, and which the Supreme Court in London decided that I and up to 300 or 400 other internees had been unlawfully detained. And the British Prime Minister is refusing to pay. I don't mind, but is refusing to pay compensation to what are now quite elderly former internees. And he has actually said that he will use every conceivable mechanism to prevent compensation being paid. So if you want an explanation why this went on for 9 years and why we spent 5 weeks here, I think there is direct political interference with this. So anyway, thanks for sticking it with us, all of you, and good luck. And
Mr. Adams, can I ask, the court heard an awful lot about your reputation, which has heard about allegations of your
We're not answering questions.
No,
It heard about this being allegedly an attempt to launder your reputation. What do you think that this outcome means for your reputation?
well, I've always been satisfied with my reputation. Obviously, like yourself, we all have flaws in our character, but the jury made the decision, and let's accept the outcome, and let's accept what the jury said. And thank you.
Thank you. No more questions. Thank you. No more questions.
Well done.